Okay, so how many thousands or gazillion times have you probably heard, even from myself, that procrastination is a bad thing? Well, it's not the greatest thing, okay? So don't get me wrong here, and that's why I want to mention this little bit of a disclaimer. Getting things done and out of the way as best as possible and just not putting the whole everything off is actually a very, very good thing. But I have noticed, and I'm just talking about myself, there have been some situations in my own life where maybe not so much a total or complete procrastination is what I'm discussing here, but maybe perhaps a slowing down of doing certain things until it is possible for me to do it in the most perfunctory way. One of my favorite things. Hi, I'm Jen. Welcome to the Save Money and More with Jen channel. So let's talk a couple of minutes on this No Frills Monday. Happy Monday. Hope everybody's doing well as always. Start off the work week. I just want to mention that there are some things that it is actually worth slowing down on. Now, I, for one, I do believe that in its proper place and with people who really know how to handle a credit card, it is a good thing to have. It is a conveyance of cash, in a way, an extension, another vehicle to do it. And of course, one knows already that they can cover the bill, and if used properly, people could get reward points, things of that nature, or whatever, and increase this, or establish a credit score, which is, an important thing to do in our world today. But let's talk for a minute about a little bit of a strategy that I have used it. I'm not saying often, and this is long, long time ago. Okay, I would not charge anything. Of course, they didn't have to charge. If I knew I couldn't pay for that thing right away, I just wouldn't make the charge. I just would say, eh. But sometimes situations come up and maybe you need to make that charge, but you want to buy yourself a little time. And this, I call it a trick. It's really not so much of a trick, it's just a strategy. So, what I would do is I would always and it's always important to know your bills, okay? So, closest to the time, right before a credit card billing statement would print, for example, get to know what that date is. That's when I would make that charge. What? Why would you do that? Because that's a little bit of a procrastination trick. So what happens there is that the person is buying a little more time, if you will. It's not always feasible, doesn't work for everyone. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, maybe don't even think about it at all. And this was just like once in a blue. There's another thing people can do. They can call their creditor and see if, well, more readily in the past, I don't think anymore, but at one time, a person, I think, was able to adjust their date, billing statement date. I'm not sure now. I haven't made those kind of calls, since forever ago, because honestly, my rule of thumb, if you can't pay for it outright right away, don't. But unfortunately, there are some situations where the other thing, procrastination, is on impulse shopping. Now, this is definitely a good strategy. So it's a delay. To procrastinate is to put off, it's to delay. Sometimes delaying is the answer. It's like the total answer, actually. And a lot of people want to impulse shop, and this is more of an easier thing to do, to delay it if you're doing an online shopping. Just throw it in that make-believe shopping cart and leave it alone. Leave those items alone that you think you can't live without. I've done that myself, because sometimes, the want is bigger than the need. I'm like, oh, I really, really want that, I'll say poster. I'm just using that as the example. I got into that a few days back. But the poster that I wanted is a want. It is not a need. Want, need. So when you're having difficulty figuring that out, put that item in the imaginary cart. And if you're there in person, oh my word, that's a little tougher on that one, isn't it now? But always give yourself a little chance to procrastinate or slow down. Sometimes just making a slow down decision is the best. Thanks so much for being here. Don't forget to come back this afternoon for my longer video. I really appreciate everyone. Please click like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Have a great day.